continuing to work there without that kind of visibility.
Okay, we had a tweet from Jennifer McCreath who says at CBC Crosstalk, don't let two Labrador by-elections dictate how you think the rest of the province feels. I'm not sure what that means, but anyway, maybe Jennifer, you can call and explain your point. And Dale McCurry.
Oh my. Hi everyone, Jennifer McCreath. That was a tweet I sent into. I'm going to turn this light off. It's a little bright in here. How's that? Ooh, that's too dark. How about if I move over to the chair? Okay, today is January. No, it's not January. It's cold outside. It feels like January. It's June 27th, 2013. That was CBC Crosstalk yesterday, June 26th, 2013. I tweeted a comment in earlier in the day, not thinking it would actually be aired. Oh well, it did. Anyways, the show featured, what do you call it? Party presidents of the three major provincial political parties reacting to the by-election in the district of Cartwright-Lansa-Clare up in Labrador there, where a Liberal candidate dominated that election, getting more than half of the votes, getting more than the NDP and Conservatives combined. That following a federal by-election in Labrador in which Liberal Yvonne Jones demolished Peter Panashaway in that election, and it seems to be, I guess we're scraping and scratching here as political junkies to analyze these things to death. And I just wanted to send a subtle reminder that a by-election is what it is. It's 2,500 people, I think, voted. A very, very, very small sample size in one region of the province and the country. I don't think we should be analyzing this to death and making judgment calls on how the rest of the province and the rest of the country feels. One other caller, interestingly enough, Jeff Chalk, who's running for mayor in St. John's, called in and said, well, this provincial election was a anti-Stephen Harper vote, saying that it was backlash against the federal Conservative Party. Chalk also had some interesting things to say about how he had left the NDP party after 30 years, which I find interesting because I too left the NDP last year due to some things I wasn't too keen on. And I guess the topic, the NDP Orange Wave, has been a big topic here in the city of St. John's, perhaps not so much outside of St. John's in the rest of Newfoundland Island up there in Labrador. The NDP made some, I guess, progress in this by-election 2 years ago when Lansa-Clare last was, I guess, the regular election, shall we say. The NDP got 44 votes. Now they got 600 or whatever, a lot more votes for the NDP, but they still lost. Them and the Conservatives combined had less votes than the Liberal candidate. I actually tweeted out, I was curious to know why the NDP is constantly celebrating when they lose elections. And maybe that's just a perfectionist in me. You lost. Don't celebrate. Work harder. If you're satisfied with second place, then you're not fit to govern the province, the country, or city, or anything. Anyways, to try to explain myself, I didn't get a chance to phone in because I was catching up on my sleep at that time. I didn't even listen to the show live because I didn't think... Well, I wasn't all that interested. I really could care less what the party presidents have to say at this point in time over this particular matter. One by-election, maybe it comes down to just which candidates you like. The federal by-election, Panashaway was in so much hot water in the media for his spending scandals that I don't think it mattered what he did or what he said. You knew he was going to lose that election, and it didn't really matter who else was going to run against him, that they would get more votes. Take someone like Yvonne Jones, who's done a lot of hard work and has got noticed for her provincial politics and the good work she's done, demonstrating that she's genuine and cares about her district there up in Labrador. You almost knew that she was going to win. And the NDP, sorry to say this, but it didn't matter who you ran in that election. There was no way in hell you were going to beat Yvonne Jones. Yvonne Jones knew that, and that's probably why she ran. Meanwhile, when she left, She actually quit her post at the provincial level to run federally, so that opened up a seat. That's why we had the provincial by-election. And Cartwright Lance Leclerc, it's a small riding, and I don't know what the voter turnout was, but again, when you got 1,100 people voting in a Liberal and a little bit less than that voting against the Liberal, that's a very small sample size. And I don't think we should be jumping to conclusions about the state of the parties overall in the province based on one by-election. You look at our last provincial election, we saw the NDP get many seats here in the city of St. John's and no seats except for one anywhere else. We saw the Liberals get most of their seats on the West Coast and up in Labrador, and the Conservatives cashing in just about everywhere else. If there was a by-election right now, today, in the city of St. John's, does that guarantee that the Liberal candidate would win? No, absolutely not. And I guess that's my point. I just wanted to remind us all that Labrador does not necessarily reflect or represent everybody else. And that's not a knock against them. I would have said that for any by-election that took place anywhere. It's kind of like saying a by-election in Saskatchewan needs to be taken seriously in Newfoundland. Was this an anti-Stephen Harper vote? No, I don't think so. If anything, I think this was an anti-Dunderdale vote, contrary to what Chalk and some of the others were saying. I think the folks up there in Labrador are concerned about the way the Dunderdale government has handled a variety of situations that affect Labrador, specifically Muskrat Falls. And I think the folks up in Labrador are just as upset as some of us here down on the island are with regards to some of the controversial moves made in the latest budget, as well as the infamous Bill 29, which is still fairly fresh in our minds. Did that make any sense? Maybe, maybe not. But that's essentially what I was trying to get across in my tweet. And I'm sorry I did not get a chance to call in and further explain myself, but here you go for what it's worth. I'm explaining it now, and this is going on YouTube as soon as I press the stop button. So, Jennifer McCreath, thank you everyone for watching, and happy January. It's freezing cold out there. Take care everyone. Thanks for watching.